So it has actually been a while ever since we have received any types of updates on War Tycoon, but we are finally back, guys. I am very glad to actually say this, but the brand new Gripen update is out and it does have actually quite a lot of content, so let me walk you through it. So the first vehicle that was actually added in this brand new update is the JAS-39 Gripen. It is an agile multi-role Swedish fighter jet with a 27mm cannon, 3 bombs, and 10 missiles. And oh my god, 10 missiles actually sounds crazy. This is the amount of power it's going to be taken to spawn it, so it's going to be around 1 to 2 on average, which means it's going to be taking longer than the starter planes. And here we have it. The speed is going to be 3 bars, the health is going to be 2, and the firepower is going to be 3. Let's take a look at the operation for this brand new Swedish plane. Here we have it. The operation for it is going to be Operation Valkyrie, destroy any 65 enemy vehicles and a plane. That seems like a pretty easy challenge. However, again, the thing is, it's not actually telling you to kill players. That's why it's so easy. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. This is going to be the most expensive plane in the whole entire game at $2,100,000. Let's go ahead and spawn it. It is ranked as the 7th best plane in the game, while we all know at the end of the day, most of the time this is not going to be fully accurate. So here we have it. When I do move into FreeCam, this is how this plane is going to be presenting itself. This is how it's going to be looking like. There isn't really going to be anything inside, but it's going to be equipped with 3 bombs and 8 fire and forgets and 1 of the air lock-on missiles on the sides. Let's go ahead and actually take off with it and see how it actually goes ahead and feel to go ahead and use it. So let's see. Okay, so the acceleration rate doesn't seem to be like absolutely insane. I don't know why I'm lagging a little bit here. I would like to apologize for that, but here we have it. This is going to be all the weaponry that this vehicle is going to be having. I gotta say, the cannon is actually reminds me of the MiG-29 quite a lot. The bombs are going to be pretty powerful, apparently. That's at least what I heard, and they can actually go ahead and drop insanely quickly since they are not coming out of any weapons bay. And it seems that the turning of this vehicle is also going to be pretty good, same with the maneuverability and the way that these fire and forget missiles are actually going to be working. Let me go ahead and quickly present it to you. Now, the way that the fire and forget missiles are going to be working is if you guys are going to be pretty much fighting your opponent, you are going to be firing them, and they are going to be working very similar to drones, that basically you guys will have to get very close to your enemy and then basically fire these missiles at them, and then they will begin tracking the enemy. It will not be as good in air-to-air combat, and the reason being is because the planes are going to be going insanely quickly. However, if you guys do go ahead and manage to get a sneak attack on your opponent, it's going to be much better. However, they are going to be going very fast. It's not going to be just as good because the fire and forget missiles are going to be basically losing the track of the enemy. And also, if the enemies are laggy, it's going to be just as hard. My friend is lagging right now so hard while trying to go ahead and do this showcase with me. And then, of course, he decides to crash into me while I'm showcasing this video. Anyway, you guys overall get the point. The way that they are going to be working is going to be very good once you guys are going to be very close to your enemy, but once you do get a little further, they are not going to be just as good. I believe they have a very similar script to the drones that are used on the KF-51 Panther, but other than this, I think this is a pretty useful mechanic, and we're really going to have to see as the meta goes on how useful this is going to truly be. By the way, I will be doing a video comparing the JAS-39 Gripen to the F-35 Lightning today, so make sure to stay notified for that. Now, the next vehicle which was actually added in this brand new update is the Barracuda boat, which you can actually go ahead and buy for 100k. And as you guys can see, it's going to be the second boat over here in this section. It is going to be an armored boat with a mounted machine gun. It is going to be a 12.7mm machine gun. It can also hold oils and crates, and it will be able to seat up to 2 people. The speed of it is going to be 2, the health of it is going to be 3, and firepower is going to be 2. Now, when we do go ahead and spawn this boat, this is going to be one of the smaller boats in this game, but I gotta say, I really like it for the reason that this boat is very different than any other boat. It looks like the acceleration of it is not going to be insanely high, but it will be able to go up to exactly 54 knots for some entire reason. I'm not sure why the number is peaked at exactly 54. I believe the main idea they wanted to achieve here is to have it as 55. However, overall, this is going to be a pretty cool boat, and it's going to be actually way better for a lot of early game players. players. And as you guys can see, this explosive gun is actually pretty powerful considering that my friend is going to be having a 2x shield. But again, this is meant to be pretty powerful, so it actually allows the early game players to go ahead and actually complete challenges for the much more harder and much more difficult boats to get in the game. However, this boat is still very useful and I do actually quite like it. It's going to be pretty good for infantry, pretty good for anti-air, but I will be doing a special dedicated video checking out all of its statistics, so once again, as I say, stick out for that. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is how it's going to be looking on the inside. I'd say the interior is okay, but they have done way better on it previously. And we do go ahead, we can actually also close this door. I think this is a pretty cool vehicle. It does have its ups and downs, but overall, I think it's pretty cool for the early game. It does very much fit into the game. Now, the next thing that was added in this brand new update is a brand new love case for the Valentines, which are going to be coming into the world very soon, I guess I can say. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get yourself a Valentine by actually going ahead and gifting this skin to people. But yeah, I do really like all of these skins. I think they are pretty cool. I gotta say that the Lunar Boom is probably going to be my favorite one, or maybe the Feathers. I think I really like them a lot. Anyway, if you guys want to go ahead and buy them, go ahead. I think they are actually pretty cool, and I gotta say, they have done a great job on the designs. Anyways, the last and final thing that has been done in this brand new update is that they have actually increased the server size up to 18, and the 2 brand new bases from the NATO alphabet have been added, and those bases are going to be as follows. One is going to be Juliet. I think it fits pretty well for this game in terms of names, and the next one that we have over here is actually going to be, let me scroll to it really quickly, it's going to be Janke. I don't think the Janke name fits just as much. I think they could have done much better on this, but I think other than that, I think it's a really cool addition to have a lot more bigger servers, because it allows for much cooler scenarios and just overall much more quality and bigger fights. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you do think about this update. I really do like it personally, and I will be doing a video on how to get the brand new vehicle, and I will also be doing a video comparing the F-35 and the Gripen, so stay out for that. By the way, thank you so much to my channel members.